So they're telling me my pennies have been worth 4 cents this whole time, but they haven't. They don't want to credit us.
Welcome back, everybody. As always, poppahack with my main man, Payday on the Beat. What's going on today?
They're getting rid of the penny. Everyone's trying to go digital.
I remember when stuff used to cost 99 cents and you would always get the annoying penny back. And now everyone's going crazy over the penny.
I mean, there's a lot of problems that's going to cause. So my first thing is, the government says they spend like, say, $50 billion a year making pennies.
Yeah. Okay.
Where can I go to pay like 10 cents for a $100 bill? Like, are they really spending money to print money? Like, if you have no money right now and you're like, hey, we need money, we gotta pay. Like, you don't have to pay to print it. So our money's not backed by anything. How are they going to say it costs something to make?
Remember, it used to be backed by gold. That it was like every dollar was backed by gold, and the only thing that I could think of now is like whenever they say that it costs X amount of money to make. Mm-hmm. That they're probably like being weird, including like the water bill of that building, the sewage bill of that building, the employee costs, the ink, the machines, all that.
Well, here's what I think now that you're mentioning all that stuff. I think they've been ripping us off. So they're telling me my pennies have been worth 4 cents this whole time, but they haven't. They don't want to credit us what it's actually worth, so they just eliminated it.
Wait, so why are you saying they're worth 4 cents?
They say it costs 4 cents to make a penny.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so all this time, like they allowed inflation, like they were okay spending more than a penny's worth on, producing more pennies, but they would never tell the U.S. citizens, hey, these are actually worth 4 cents. Hey, we've been ripping you off this whole time. We just got to eliminate it.
It's not really that it's worth 4 cents. It's that it cost 4 cents to make 1 cent. If they break it down,
a penny's not a brand new car that you're driving off the lot, and as soon as it leaves, it loses value.
Well, no, but you got to think. Cost of everything has gone up. Cost of electricity, gas, all costs have gone up. So naturally, producing something, the cost of that is going to go up and raise. So a penny may only be worth a penny, but it costs 4 cents to make one if they break everything down, which whatever. I mean, I don't know. Me personally, I don't care because I very, very, very rarely carry cash as it is. I am 100%, I don't want to say ready for a digital currency for the whole world, just because of hackers and power outages and everything else. Like, so I don't trust it, but I'm like for the slow transition into it.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Yeah, you're okay with not having to carry cash.
Yeah, because I don't carry cash now as it is.
Okay, but this is how this will affect you as being, cashless, if you were just cashless. So now they're doing the rounding tax where they're rounding to the nearest nickel.
So I have noticed
and it's going to happen automatically when you use your credit card. You're not even going to realize it.
Get-Go's have been doing it. The Get-Go specifically I'm talking about is in Shadyside. Now, we go there fairly often because it's right by our work and, we get gas there, food there, all that. There are 2 specific employees. They're both older women. And when I say older, they're like in their 70 plus. One is extremely nice and kind. And the other one is a miserable old hag who hates her life and hates everybody involved in it, I swear.
Is her name Jeremy, by the way?
No. Everybody agrees about this woman's attitude, including other employees at this specific Get-Go. Mm-hmm. So one day, I had cash, and I go in and I pay for my stuff, and she tells me that she didn't have change, so she just rounded it down. She couldn't give me the correct change. Now, if it was the other old lady, I would have been like, ah, whatever, I don't care. Nah, today I had time. That day I had time and I was ready to be petty and I was tired of her bullshit. So I stood there and and she's like, well, what are you doing? I was like, I'm waiting for my correct change.
Uh,
And she said, I told you we don't have it. I said, okay, so then why do I have to pay the full amount if you don't have the correct change to give back to me? And she sat there and argued with me until the manager come over and he asked what's wrong. And I told him, I said, how do you guys not have the correct change so you still expect me to pay the full amount? I was like, to me, logically, that makes like right now thinking about it, like, oh, I'm a moron and I'm an idiot for wasting all
oh,
that
that
time.
it'll add up.
But that day,
Over
yes,
time.
imagine if they do that to 100 people a day.
Hmm.
That might only add up to a couple bucks, but 100 people a day, 300. Okay, we're not going to say 365 days of the year because of days off, but let's say 200 days of the year. That adds up. That adds up to plenty of extra tax-free money, I might add too.
Yeah.
So like, nah, man. Like, so I told the manager. He said, well, that's just the way the policy is. I said, well, why don't you round up then? I said, why are you rounding down? Round up and give me the extra money then, because you're keeping my money. And he was
Yeah, so
like,
it's
kind of,
like you could purchase something one day and you actually pay less than, if your total was like came to a higher number, now you're paying more
yeah,
because they're
yeah,
just rounding.
yeah, yeah. And
Could
so,
you imagine being like an accountant? Like, you know how much money like the government's gonna like launder now
oh,
because
dude,
you're an accountant. Well, I don't know if they rounded down on this transaction or rounded
it's
up.
it's gonna be insane. But the manager, he was arguing with me about it too. He's like siding with her. I was like, no, call the cops. I'm not leaving. And he was like, what? Excuse me? I'm like, yeah, call the cops. I'm not leaving until I get my change back. I was like, because if I came in here and didn't have enough money, you would tell me, no, I can't purchase this.
Yeah.
But you don't have enough money to give me back my correct amount of change. I was like, I'm not leaving. I'm staying here. And he went in his pocket and pulled out his change and gave it to me. He didn't even give it to me. He just had a pocket full of change. It was probably like 80 cents. And he just put it on the counter. Was like, here, take your change. I was like, cool, thanks. And I turned around. I was like, everybody else do the same. And I just walked out the store. I was so like, if that lady wasn't miserable like she always is, I wouldn't have gave a fuck.
Hmm.
I wouldn't have cared at all, because if it was the other woman, I would have been like, all right, cool, no problem. And now I know for the future, but nah, screw that. Then I heard a couple other people at work did the same thing. They're like, nah, give me my money. So I wonder if like that's going to be an ongoing thing where people are like, no, because you can't just,
Short people their change.
yeah,
Yeah.
you can't short people their change. Like they're just like, oh, this is how we do it now. Like, no, that's not how that works. That's called theft.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to steal from me. Like that's called theft. If you're shorting my change, like when someone tries to do that next, I'm gonna grab whatever item is up at the register. Candy bars, gum, whatever.
Yeah, we're just rounding.
You're shorting me, I'm taking this and I'm shorting you. How about that? Like that's what I'm gonna pull and see if they like it. Like, man, cause nah. No. But this isn't the first time, though, in history something like this has happened either. Like eliminating currencies. They've eliminated currencies in the past. Like, do you remember the Susan B. Anthony's?
Yeah.
They stopped making them. Like,
Yeah, I
I
used to
think,
love the like dollar coins, the 50-cent pieces. Like those
dude,
were so cool.
yeah, the silver dollar ones were all big and everything. Like, I thought they were cool as hell. I loved them, man. I had a lot of them. There's a lot of like value in coins, especially like to collectors and all that. Obviously, like who knows? Maybe one day that Life in Stereo sign in the background will be worth something. But currencies come and go all the time, which is really weird. I didn't know it was like it's not as common in the United States any longer, but in other countries it happens yearly, annually. It's weird. Once I was like looking into it, I was like, I couldn't believe it. But the U.S. Did you know the U.S. had a $500 bill?
But yeah, they used to have.
They had a $500 bill. They had two different ones, a blue seal and a green seal. I'm not sure the difference, but they also had $1,000 one that
Mhm.
was also blue and green. Then they had a 5,000 that was just a blue, and then they had a 10,000 blue and green also, and 100,000 gold certificate, which I learned because I was like me and my buddy at work were talking, and I was like, could you imagine having $100,000 bill and you lose it? And he was just like, he's like, no, those aren't for us. That was for like banks back in the day when like before FDIC and everything was connected. You might privately own your bank and I might own mine. And I don't trust that you're actually giving me $100,000 in all these 50s or hundreds. And I'm not going to sit here and count it right now. So then they would just give each other their $100,000 bill. And that was like
Yeah.
their gold certificate. Then they would swap it out with the US Treasury later on, which is still, that's still kind of crazy to me. Like, could you imagine banks aren't connected at all? Like they have no information on each other or
Yeah,
nothing
like you
like that
can't
at all.
wire transfer something.
Yeah, dude, imagine that. Like,
I would like that better
why?
because my identity wouldn't be stolen. Have you ever got like those messages? Like been a data breach.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, it's all from being connected.
But it's yeah, yeah. I mean, I guess that does happen
Or like
a lot
people
more often than
complaining
people
on social
realize.
media, like, "Oh, don't message this person. They're a scammer," because they like
Yeah,
cash app them money for something.
because they're fools and cash app
Yeah.
people. Like, God, that I can't believe. I can't believe. I remember when uh Cash App first came out and how many people were getting scammed on there. Like we see videos all the time. Me and you talk about it where you'll be out and you'll see girls taking pictures and they're like, oh hey here, can you take a picture? Then you see the guy pull his phone up and the guy's on her Cash App, hurry up, sending himself
Yeah.
money, acting like he's taking pictures. Like I wonder if that's like illegal technically. Cause like she's not doing it, but like when you give someone your phone, like you're
Hmm.
handing them it so they have access to all that. Like I wonder like how that would turn out in court.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't use Cash App,
Neither do I, but like I know a lot of
but I don't know how people get scammed because doesn't it come out of your bank account? Like, don't you just call your bank and tell them like, "Hey,
no,
reverse this charge"?
so not anymore. You don't have to have it. I don't know Cash App specifically, but I know Venmo.
Mhm.
You don't have to have a link to a bank account at all.
Yeah, but you have to put money on it somehow.
You get a card and you have to go to one of the stores that they have that are connected with Venmo.
Mhm.
It's like a preload debit card. You know what I mean? You have to go to the store, give them money to put money on it. Then you can always receive money on there all the time, but you just can't take it out unless you go to like one of their ATMs or stores that give you the cash back with them and that. I mean, there's lots of right now. There's a big DoorDash scam going on. I just seen today. What people do is, you know, DoorDash, they bring you your food, okay?
Yeah.
So imagine you get a burger delivered to your house, okay? Like from a restaurant, not from a fast food restaurant, from a restaurant. So, you know, it's like a
Mhm.
big burger. What they do is they take a picture of it and then they have AI make it so the meat looks raw. And then they submit it to DoorDash and they complain about the food being undercooked. So they get refunded their money.
Yeah.
And the computer, I guess, in DoorDash or whoever, like, you know, how I'm sure they have some type of algorithm or AI set up to, like, you know, go through their pictures to
Mhm.
be like, yeah, you know what, that does look raw. It can't tell the difference between an AI picture that's edited and a regular one.
That's funny.
So, yeah, so people are scamming DoorDash apparently big time right now in like the bigger cities and all that stuff, which is pretty nuts. What do you think about the world if it was to become like all digital currency?
So I think like I mean we're almost at the point to where like what really costs less than a dollar? Like what do you buy that like a pack of gum? Like you know what I mean?
I don't
Like
even think gum costs less than a
I
dollar
mean now
anymore, dude.
everything's like at least a dollar because they
Yeah,
sell it in
yeah.
like a 20 pack, 25 pack
Hmm.
or piece, you know. But I think all change should be eliminated because for the price
All
of
change.
yeah, because the price of it's like it costs around 10 cents to make a quarter and it costs around 10 cents to make a $100 bill.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah. Well, I don't know about eliminating all change. If they eliminate all change, man, you know how much. Well, I mean, I guess they could because you would still be able to pay with your card for items, but then items would just be coming like a flat rate, like a
No,
gallon
I
of
mean
milk
like
would
you can
just
still
be.
have bills. You can still have like a $1 bill.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like items aren't going to cost $1.50 because you can't give back 50 cents change. So it'll be $2. A gallon of milk would be $6 versus 5.29 or whatever, however
Mhm.
much it is, whatever. So that would, if anything, because they're not companies aren't going to lower their prices.
Yeah. Oh, definitely not.
Everything would go up without change. So I don't know about
Yeah,
fully
and that's
eliminating
something
change.
like even with like tariffs and all these like fees we're charging like other countries like the US doesn't care because we like Walmart's not going to lower their prices because they order it
Not
like cheaper.
not at
Like it's
all.
the people in the United States increasing the prices.
Oh yeah, it's always been like that. Remember when everyone was going crazy over toilet paper and paper towels and all
Oh
that
yeah.
stuff? People were selling cases of toilet paper online for like 200 bucks. Like
Hmm.
I don't know about you, but here, our Giant Eagle never ran out of toilet paper.
Um
Never.
I mean I've seen a few stores that were sold out where they had like a limit to how many you could buy.
Okay. I don't know if ours had a limit or not, but I know they never ran out. And at the time, I was still staying at my dad's house. I didn't have my own place. And my dad, he was always stocked up on toilet paper, always, because he always says, like, you never want to run out of toilet paper, never, ever, ever. So he always buys like a whole case every time. So right now, I could probably go to his house, and I'm not even joking. He probably has two cases of toilet paper. Well, I don't know. He's been living alone for like the last like 5 years now. So
Hmm.
he might not have as much as he used to, but when me and my brother lived there, he always had two cases of toilet paper. Like cases, not just like the 24
Yeah.
pack. I'm talking like the ones that come in the giant boxes, cases of toilet paper. He'd always have a minimum of like 100 rolls of toilet paper. Like it was
Holy
crazy.
crap.
Yeah, dude, it was nuts. He always had it. It was crazy. So would you be okay with an all digital currency world since you said eliminating the change?
Oh, not at
Or
all. No, I think it would be a disaster.
I know you love the cash. I know you always
Yeah, the
have.
cash, like there's we like our country makes too much money with illegal like drugs, you know what I mean? And people like paying cash for fines down at the courthouse, like they don't ask where you got the money from. They don't care where it came
They don't
from.
care where they got it
Yeah.
from. Yeah, they don't give a
So they
shit.
need cash.
I can't imagine the world being cashless. I just can't. I don't see that happening in our lifetime. I was gonna say I'd be okay if like somehow your fingerprint or thumbprint can be linked to like your if like your bank account information was inside you, stored in you somehow.
Yeah.
And like just to go pay everywhere, I would just scan our thumbprint, scan our fingerprint, whatever. I'd be okay with that. But then you'd have people who would be out to like, all right, you can't get drunk around this person because they're gonna rob you some way, somehow.
Yeah, or
Like,
you like take their glass and like now you have their fingerprint. Like people would
yeah.
be like walking around with fake thumbs. Like just slip it on, like touch it.
Yeah, but yeah, I didn't even consider
But
that. Yeah.
so I think when we go like cashless, like there will always be some form of cash. I think it'll change to like something else one day,
Yeah.
or we might even have to back it with something. Like I think eventually once we eliminate like the penny, the dollar, we're gonna like
Mhm.
whatever's left physically, we're gonna have to back it by something.
Dude, they've supposedly been backing it the whole time. Who knows if they actually are? I remember Trump was on that whole kick where he was going to go to the whatever the heck the place, Fort Knox or whatever it is, and go and
Yeah, to
see
see if
if
we actually had gold there.
yeah, yeah. I don't know
I gotta
whatever
see what
happened with
happened with
that.
that.
Yeah, I don't know,
But
but
anyways, so like like Sheets, they don't charge you like a fee to make a withdrawal with your like debit card.
no, I didn't
Like,
know
there are
that.
some
Okay, yeah,
ATMs that charge you a fee.
yeah, yeah. When you get cash
But
back,
yeah, so
okay, yeah.
eventually, there's gonna be like PNC Bank or someone's gonna have everyone like with their cards, and then it's like, oh, they're gonna pull like what PlayStation did. Oh, now there's a $10 a month fee, to ensure quality service for all of our customers, and then like everyone that has a card is gonna pay all these fees.
I'm sure there probably is already hidden fees like that. That's probably only like two bucks, $3 a month, and nobody would technically notice or whatever.
Yeah.
I remember when we were younger, Citizens Bank, and I only remember it was specifically Citizens because that was the bank that was right next to our job, and that's the bank that it seemed like all of us had. I wanted to open up a savings account along with my checking, and they were trying to charge me, I think it was like 12 or 13 bucks a month just
Hmm.
for having a savings account. If I had under like,
Yeah, if you have under like $500 in it or
yeah,
something.
it was, I think it might have been more than that, but yeah, like how are you going to charge somebody if they have under X amount of money? And that's because they use our money
Hmm.
involved in other stuff for them to buy and make money and do stuff and all that stuff, whether it's stocks or who knows. Like right now, if like say in your bank account, say if you have, we'll just use a flat 100 grand in your bank account right now. Okay.
Yeah.
No, no,
Allegedly.
we'll use more. We'll use more. Say you got like 300,000. Okay.
Okay.
You can't just walk into your bank and be like, all right, I want to withdraw all my money and close my account. Like for money over, I can't remember how much it is. I think, I could be mistaken. I think it's over like 20 grand.
Hmm.
You have to schedule
Yeah,
an
it's not that
appointment.
much. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to schedule an appointment to go there to get all your money and like just be gone because supposedly banks don't hold that much money in their account or in their banks.
Hmm.
Bull fucking shit. Banks got fucking money.
Yeah.
Like they got plenty of money. Money, yeah, money's everywhere, dude. Like, do you imagine going to the casino and winning like 3 million, and then they're like, "Oh, hey, we don't have your money, so we're just gonna send it to you later." Like, nah, I would never, ever, ever, ever. Like, I watch enough Mickey Mace videos to know if a casino ever says they're going to wire transfer you money,
Yeah.
tell them no the whole time. They're
Wow.
looking for a way that you cheated, so they can say the
You
cameras
left
were
before you picked
blocking
it up and
stuff.
all this stuff.
Always
Yeah.
get your money before you leave a casino. Never let them wire transfer you. But yeah, I can't picture the world going fully digital. Not in our lifetime.
So, all right, say we're completely digital, and this is a question I just thought of because you'd like it. All right, completely digital world.
All right.
All right, you go to a strip club,
Okay.
but there's no cash anymore. So, so like,
So
what do you
what?
do? Like, you get like little Chuck E. Cheese tokens or something. You like flick them at them.
You know what? That's probably exactly what they'll do. Like because in I want to say it's Japan. I could be mistaken. It might be China. It's one of those two. In specific cities, gambling is illegal. So when you see all those like the gotcha machines where the balls are just flying down in them and all that stuff,
Yeah.
what they do is they get a ticket printout. They get their ticket, and then say it's like this red ticket is worth $500. You go next door and you exchange that ticket for this lion doll or that pokeball on your wall. It's a specific little like trophy, little like this Pikachu. This one is worth $500. Then I go to the building next door to that
Yeah.
and you sell this to them and you get your $500. That's how they like beat around the illegal gambling because you're technically buying I can't remember what they're
Yeah.
called, whatever the fuck it is, but their little version, their little substitute. So like you go to that's just their way of beating around the system, like because gambling's illegal there. So you exchange this ticket for that doll, and then you go sell that doll for $500 or whatever your ticket was worth, whatever.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. But so strip clubs would probably do that. That was my whole point of that spiel was strip clubs would sell tickets or whatever that you buy, and those tickets equal X amount of money, and then you just or coins, like you said,
Hmm.
and you just give the coins to the dancers. That'd be hilarious
Yeah.
though. Like imagine you're at the stage and you're flicking quarters at them as they're dancing. They're shaking their ass in front of you. You're spitting a quarter, and they're like, pick it up with your cheeks, pick it up with your ass cheeks.
Oh man, I think at that point, they I wonder if they're ever gonna build like a complete like a VR nightclub, like where everything's VR.
Wait, you mean like for us to go into?
Yeah,
I'm
you would.
sure there's probably one already made online right now. Like I
Yeah, that'd
don't
be
know,
cool.
what like well VR chat is kind of like I don't know if you ever played VR chat.
No.
So VR chat is you can upload whatever you want as your character. Like you probably seen the videos with the retarded Knuckles and all that. The little dude, he'd be like, and he like runs around, messes with people.
No.
Well, I'll have to send you some of them because they are hilarious. His name's like Unga Bunga or something. I can't remember, but in VR chat, it's like that. You're in like a nightclub. There's like pool tables. There's a bar, all that. Then there's like private rooms, And I never understood what the private rooms were for because I'm like, what the hell do you need a private room for in VR? And then welcome to Reddit. Reddit's like,
Uh,
oh yeah, they go in there and they're masturbating to each other. And I was like, oh my God, that thought never crossed my mind the whole time. Like that's why there are people in private rooms. But the thing on VR chat is if you go in the private rooms, anybody can still walk in the room.
mhm.
So imagine you're sitting there like you're cyber sexing with somebody, whatever you want to call it, and someone else comes right in the room and they're like, "Hey, what are you doing in here?" You're in there mid-stroke, like on the VR. They see your hands just going to town on your character. But that's how VR chat is, dude. VR chat is crazy like that. And I remember Jaden had it, and he's like, yeah, me and my friends are on VR chat. I was like, get off right now, delete it, delete it. Like at the time, I think he was only like 11 or something. So if he's on there now at 14, whatever, I don't care. I can't argue or fight with him. Did I tell you about his search history?
No.
So I know we've talked about my kids multiple times on here, but Jaden, my 14-year-old, I'm looking at his search history on Google. BBQ sauce on boobies. I'm
Was it a
like,
typo or is that really what he was thinking?
that's what he was looking up was barbecue sauce on
Oh
titties.
man.
And,
Does he
and
know
this
that
was
you know?
yeah, this was 2 years ago. So
Oh,
he was 12 at the time. And at first I didn't want to call him out because I didn't want to make it weird and like make him feel some type of
yeah.
way. But I was like, nah, I gotta at least say something to him. So I just told him, I was like, hey man, look, I see what you were looking for online. I was like, just don't do that right now, okay? I was like, you can't do that. You can't do that on a tablet that everybody uses. And he like didn't deny it, but he didn't admit that it was him.
Yeah.
The only reason why I know it was him and it wasn't Owen is Owen had his own phone at that time. And Jaden loves barbecue sauce. He doesn't like I use ketchup for everything. He uses
Yeah.
barbecue sauce for everything. So I know it's only natural for him to want to see barbecue sauce on some titties. Like, oh, I was fucking dying at
All
that.
right. He's all right. He's not gay. Woo.
Not gay. 1 out of 3. I'm good right now, man. I know for sure Jaden is not gay, but all right. So you are against the digital currency world, all digital currency. I'm not for the full digital world. I'm like okay at the slow integration that we can have, but I'm also not against it. Like I have no problem evolving with time.
Yeah.
Like we could say bye bye to the penny back there. You see my magnets, the penny, my little arrow that I
Yeah.
made. We can say bye bye to the pennies, but other stuff I don't. I would like to keep dollar bills and keep 5 and 10s and 20s and 50s and hundreds. I think that's enough. That's perfect. We don't need to go crazy eliminating anything else. Other change, I still say keep the nickels, dimes, and quarters.
Hmm.
It's, I don't know. Yeah. Just think right now, my daughter's 3 years old. She might not even know what a penny is in 3 more years. If they're truly gone that fast and that scarce.
Yeah.
She might not even learn about the penny, which is crazy because I don't remember ever learning about all the other crazy high dollar bills at
Yeah. I remember
the
the
school.
$2 bill was like the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, yeah. I got a bunch of $2 bills. So does Owen because we collected them and gave them to him when he was little. But yeah, I don't remember like the $5,000 or the 500 or even $10,000 one. I don't remember none of that. I remember hearing about them, but I never seen them until I looked them up today, which is pretty wild at the age of 39, looking up those bills because I never seen them before. So, but all right, everybody, that wraps up this episode. We talked about the penny going bye-byes in a digital world, which, I would think I'd be more for the digital world because I am like with the video games and movies and all that, but not for money. I
Yeah.
don't think that's not a good selling point for me. Like you said, I think I need physically money in case anything were to happen. Like you said, that's a good point. Like that's pretty crazy. But All right, everybody. Remember to tune in and turn up. See you guys later.
Yo, it's Papa Hack on the mic, let's ride with Payday on the beat right by his side. Two best friends with the pop culture flow, dropping gems every week, now you know how it goes. Tune in and turn up, feel the echo of vibing loud. It's life in stereo, laughs, hot takes, and a beat so clean. The best damn podcast you've ever seen. Tune in.